What's up, guys? Back with another video. It's been a couple days. Actually, it's been like probably a week and a half, but I figured I'd give you guys a little update about what's going on over here at where I'm living. So for those of you who don't know, I live in an HOA community, as you guys can tell by the way my house looks and whatnot. Anyways, some of the older folk, they're starting to complain about me working on the cars. And yeah, it's pretty unfortunate, but I decided to hold off like a week and a half because they complained to the lady who owns the land or manages the land, and because all these buildings are individually owned, each unit's individually owned, but we pay like homeowner dues. It's almost like a mobile home parking lot pretty much, except we have, you know, actual houses or condominiums or townhomes or whatever you call them. So anyways, the lady who's managing the place stops at my house and she tells me that the neighbors are complaining, and she said that it's not a big deal. She just says that if I'm going to work on my cars, it needs to be in the garage and have some discretion and close the garage door. And you know, that really wasn't a big deal, but closing the garage door was kind of like a big one for me, and I was really bummed out about it over like probably the course of a week and a half. And I asked her when she stopped by if she could provide me with a list of the HOA rules. And so I received the HOA rules and I went over them, and turns out I wasn't actually breaking any sort of HOA rules because I wasn't working on my car in the parking lot. I was working on my car in my garage, and that is our property. So I'm allowed to do it, and I'm allowed to have the garage door open. I read the pages. It was like 9 pages. People are just complaining. I did kind of break the rules one day though, but technically I didn't. We're not allowed to work on cars in their parking lot, and I had my car up on jack stands for like an hour or two because I was painting the wheels on the Acura Integra, and so I guess I was kind of breaking the rules, so my apologies for that. But going through the rules, it says I'm allowed to change a tire. It's not changing a tire. I was painting my wheels, so I was still breaking the rules. But I'm allowed to change my tires in their parking lot, change spark plugs in their parking lot, and change light bulbs in their parking lot. Anything else, oil changes, etc., 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 I'm not allowed to do. So, which is completely understandable. They don't want me destroying the property, especially like with oil spills and whatnot. So I get that. I'll keep that inside the garage. But that was some good news. I'm sorry I didn't have any videos for like a week, almost 2 weeks. I was just, you know, really bumming. I was really sad. But as soon as I got those rules, I read them. I was like, all right, let's get going. So, anyways, with that being said, in today's video, I will be doing an LCA install, LCA and subframe. I was going on Facebook Marketplace and I found a really good deal. eBay, kind of like billet, I believe, but no tie bar, but LCA's subframe, all the hardware's there. Guy threw it for dirt cheap. I really appreciate you, man. Excuse me. Really appreciate you, man. And yeah, here you guys go. Here's the install video. Alright, first things first. We gotta jack up the car. Dig it up, dig it up. Alright, make sure you use jack stands. This is what we got going so far. Look at that ugliness. That stock ugliness. First things first, you gotta take off the wheels, you know, and then after you take off the wheels, I believe those bolts are 14 mils, but I'll have to double check and I'll let you guys know. Alright, so what we're looking at so far is 14, yes. 14, yes. 14s. So I was correct. They are all 14s, just a 14 millimeter. And we're just gonna unscrew those one at a time and put them together. Subframe goes in first, guys. Subframe goes in first. Alright. Ooh. That was loose already. And just like that. Alright, look. You see that? That is the lower control arm. Now look how skinny that one is compared to this one. Yeah. So just DNA. I wish they were DNAs, but ain't got that kind of money with keys though. Alright, so the reason why people put subframe braces on there is because this right here is where your LCAs mount to your rear subframe. Now, look how thin that is. That's pretty ridiculously thin. And what happens is when people track these cars, it tends to flex. And that's why they have built these braces. And these braces go on like this, so they don't flex. So what this does is it just makes this bar in the middle, keeps the rear end from warping. And so anyways, these go on just like this. Everything's all flat. Then you have spacers in the back, and that's what these guys are for right here. These, we got washers. There's a couple washers and fasteners that go on these bolts. But what happens is these will go up on the inside right here, go up on the inside like that. And then the subframe, there we go. Then the subframe will go on top like this, and that's how these motherfuckers go on. They can be a pain in the ass to get. It ain't too terrible. Oh. So just hand fasten it down. We got bolt, bolt, bolt with washer, inside one,
on the smaller side. Fasten that one down. And you have to tighten these ones down first. And then we'll roll to the other side. So this right here, curved edge in like that. We'll go like that, curved edge in. Nice, I got dirt on my face. Bolt washer inside. Don't gotta be perfect, but it's gotta fit. And just like that, we tighten those ones down first. Alright, now it's time to tighten these down. Now, don't super hand tighten them. Well, you tighten these ones down, but you still gotta make them somewhat loose because you gotta make sure that the LCA bolts fit. So whenever you get LCAs, the subframe is a little bit thicker, and it has to account for the thickness of the subframe, because there is a bolt that goes through the subframe through the LCA. Now, because of the extra thickness, the kit actually comes with extra bolts, and you have to replace your factory bolts with these two new long ones, and I'll show you exactly where they go. But the other bolts for the LCA. Alright, LCA bolt. You have to make sure that these fit and that you don't strip them out or cross thread them. So pre-thread them. Do not ever use an impact on these. You will only regret it. Okay, that looks great. Alright, so once you got everything lined up, make sure you get each of your bolts in, and then you're going to put the wheel on, preload the car, and then tighten everything down. Because if you tighten everything down now, you can have preload bushing wear, and you don't want to do that. So put the tire on, jack up the tire, and then put some load, put some weight on the car, and then go under, and then tighten down all your bolts, and then you should be a-okay. Now that everything is in there, now we tighten everything down. But first you got to put on the wheels. First you got to put on the wheels. Lift up each wheel with the jack and tighten each side. You don't want pre-bushing wear. Make sure you look up your torque specs, and then yeah, that's how you install subframe and LCAs. Peace, guys. Lastly, if you guys like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm trying to get followers out there. Hook it up, support your boy. All right, peace.